There are people who believe that for you to do chicken farming, you have to buy the feeds. Buying feeds is not bad. It's not a bad idea. You can buy commercial feed and still make profit. I am talking about someone who wants to increase the profit margin. Someone who keeps 1,000 commercial layers and is buying commercial feeds is still making profit. Granted. But someone who formulates their feeds using quality raw materials and is able to get those raw materials at a cheaper price, maize being one of them, you are going to make more money. For example, a farmer who formulates 1 ton of layer mash makes an extra of 8 to 11,000 bob per 1,000 kg of feed formulated. These are facts. These are things we have done. These are things we are doing. These are things I've done with my clients.
Find my way to you. Yeah. I want to find my way to you. You, my love. There's so many people who say that they won't when they will. I could use some motivation.
A lot.
But I know how I feel. Faster than you like.
Very clear.
I have always told you that if you want to get serious with chicken farming, you need to formulate your feeds. And if you need to formulate your feeds, you need to plant maize. And if you can't plant maize for one reason or another, you don't have land, or you don't have time, or you have a small piece of land, now you can't do 2 acres and above. Buy maize during harvesting season when the prices are low. Behind me is my maize. I didn't even plant for the chicken. This maize is too little for my chicken. Look at the maize. It's an acre. This 1 acre. This one is for my own consumption. But once in a while, I use this maize to formulate feeds, especially when things are tough, I don't have money, and the chicken must eat. What do? I go to the store, take my maize, formulate feeds, and I enjoy. If you are doing chicken farming and you want to increase profit margin, or at least you want to make more profit in chicken farming, you must learn how to formulate your own feeds. Either through primary feed formulation, where you formulate using all raw materials, one of them being maize, which takes 45% of feeds, be it chick mash, layer mash, grower mash. Maize takes the higher percentage of all the ingredients. That is why I have always insisted on planting maize, because I know what I'm talking about. I keep chicken, I keep goats. These chicken, for you to make the best out of them, you must reduce the cost of production, which is feeds. In chicken farming, feeds takes almost 80% of the entire production. Okay? So once you fix maize, if you can buy maize at this time, now we are there are people who have started harvesting. Ours, the one that we are harvesting is for consumption. Okay? The one I showed you. This one you also harvest. Now there are others who have already harvested or are continuing to harvest. The price of maize is going to go down. Take advantage of this season wherever you are, or if you know someone who is where harvesting is taking place, buy maize, stock maize, then in 2-3 months you will realize that you are going to increase your profit margin. If you are earning 40,000 per month from 300 commercial layers, you are going to increase your profit margin if you formulate feeds by almost 15,000 Kenya shillings. I cannot emphasize this enough. Look at this maize. I planted this maize a few months ago. Today, it's already ripe. Look at the size. This one is Pioneer. Okay? And whenever we tell you to plant maize, you think we are just creating content. Of course it is content, but it is educative content that is meant to challenge you to do something better and move away from the traditional way of doing things. There are people who believe that for you to do chicken farming, you have to buy the feeds. Buying feeds is not bad. It's not a bad idea. You can buy commercial feed and still make profit. I am talking about someone who wants to increase the profit margin. Someone who keeps 1,000 commercial layers and is buying commercial feeds is still making profit. Granted. But someone who formulates their feeds using quality raw materials and is able to get those raw materials at a cheaper price, maize being one of them, you buy maize now or in a month time, you are going to make more money than your counterpart who is keeping commercial layers, who is keeping 1,000 commercial layers. For example, a farmer who formulates 1 ton of layer mash makes an extra of 8 to 11,000 bob per 1,000 kg of feed formulated. A farmer who formulates their feed using concentrate, okay? If you formulate your feed using concentrate, 20% crude protein, you are going to increase your profit margin by between 8,000 to 11,000 for every 1 ton of layer mash you are going to formulate. These are not stories. These are facts. These are things we have done. These are things we are doing. These are things I've done with my clients who are keeping commercial layers. They have never thanked me enough since I came to their life. First of all, they've increased their egg laying performance, the size of eggs, and the number of eggs collected per day. So imagine the cost of 1 ton of layer mash if you weigh against the cost of formulating 1 ton of layer mash using your own maize. I said 8,000 to 11,000 depending on whether you are buying that maize or you planted it. If you planted the maize and you did it in large scale, even if you include the cost of producing that maize in your feed formulation, you realize that you're still making money. So someone who formulates feed using their own maize has a chance of edging towards that 11,000. But someone who buys maize is between 8,000, 9, 10,000, but 8, 9. But someone who does maize production in large scale can even go up to that 11,000. From every 1,000 kg of layers, you make 8 to 10,000 extra. Yes, and the laying rate, you maintain 85 to 90%, and you collect the same amount of eggs as someone who is buying commercial feed. Commercial feeds are good, they are excellent, but if you formulate, you make more money. So so it is content, yes, but it's not content per se. Because now, now, from this farm alone, we will not get anything less than how many bags do you think we'll get here?
4.
4 is too late.
That's too little.
That's too little. In our area, an acre cannot give you more than 10 in our area here. Because we are doing this variety that don't do as those other varieties like in Rift Valley, Trans Nzoia. So this variety, in areas like Trans Nzoia, an acre gives them between 30 to 35 bags. But here you cannot get that. First of all, our soil is not as fertile as theirs. Then they also plant that variety that takes long to mature. And the longer it takes to mature, the higher the yield. So you can't compare. So we are not going to get anything less than 5 bags here. Okay? But this one we're not even going to use for formulating feeds. We are buying maize. Currently, we are going to buy maize from other farmers for the purposes of formulating feed. This one is for consumption. Yes, this one we eat. And let me tell you, when we start eating this maize, we'll be planting again in 3 months.
Sure.
By the time the one we are planting in 3 months is ready again, we shall have not finished this. So that is when we use this to formulate feeds. In fact, we use surplus to formulate feeds. We don't use it to formulate feeds until we are in another season and we still have extra in the store. You can only get this if you follow accounts like Ofweno Farms, which open your eyes, gives you insight on how to do it better.
You see, one thing I'm realizing is that when you want to do anything, be it farming, be it whatever it is that you want to do, you should be intentional about what you want to do. You see,
Let me show you.
should you?
Cameraman.
Cameraman.
Cameraman, what do you think about what we are doing here?
Well, intentional farming is one thing I think everybody should put into
Let us be
consideration.
fair to our viewers so that they see the person who is using wisdom. What are you saying?
Yes, I was just saying that in everything you do, whether it's farming, whether it's in your business, anything you are doing, I think it's so important to be intentional, because this is our farm here. We have shown you just a sneak peek of it, and it has done so well. And just between us and our neighbor farm, it's just a small part. And if I show you what our neighbor's farm looks like, you'd even wonder. You might even think ours is AI, but look at our neighbor's farm. Look at our neighbor's farm.
You may think tumeroga our
Tumeroga
neighbor.
jirani jamani. So
It's about being intentional.
It's about being intentional and giving it your best. Do it as if you will never do it again, you know?
Okay.
Yes, look at this. Like literally, these ones we should just come and ask him to give us for our goats. We keep it as hay or silage.
But now you can't approach them to give it.
Yeah, because they'll feel like we ulituroga ndio kuje hizi.
Watasema uko na madharau.
Uko na madharau.
Unaona mahindi yao inafaa itumike tu kama hay. But it will help as hay that it would as what? As maize, because there's no maize going to come out.
There's no maize that is going to come from here. The rains are over. Nothing is coming out of it, you know.
Okay, let me show them.
Show them what you have.
This one is huge.
Yes. And majority are this size, you can imagine. Happy farmer.
You are a happy farmer.
Now at this point, this is when you can say farming is rewarding.
Okay, Maka. So, you realize that this is the farm where our goats used to graze a few months ago. This is the same farm where we planted sukuma wiki. You know what sukuma wiki is? Show them sukuma wiki.
This one.
Show them this. Yeah, this one. Yeah.
The seedbed is at the farthest end.
This is my
brother's.
brother's.
Yeah.
So, here is where we planted green collards, sukuma wiki.
And sweet potatoes.
Then later on we planted sweet potato here. And it's the same farm where I planted the red Australian napier, junkao grass, and super napier. So, to confirm that we are on the same farm, let's go there and show you. Chugina. Check. Hey, Mark. Nakama kakono kiwuotho kono.
It was done so well, so well. The birds, the birds. Eh? 0-0.
We will come away. This was our napier. This is the one that we are currently cutting for our goats. So we cut as it grows, okay? By the time we are done with cutting the napier,
The next batch is
the
already
next
ready
batch
for cutting.
has regenerated.
Yeah.
Like this is the last one we cut. And it was last week. You can see it's already growing.
This one is ready. Makuman kongo pidho gi trees at. Ready for harvesting. Oh, trees and tea. Trees and tea. Gado chiek. Do bedi ni ang dua tonge wadhi kod. This is the junkao.
No, this is I planted a junkao cutting and super napier cutting in one hole.
Oh, sure.
So when you check at this, when you look at this, this one is super napier. But when you check this one is junkao.
Okay.
When you look at it, you want to know junkao, it has short mini.
Birds.
Yes, that's short buds. The distance between the stem and the bud is short compared to super napier. So like this one is super napier. No, this one is junkao. Okay. And this one also we have super napier junkao. And then here we have our legendary. And here we have our legendary
Red Australia.
napier. We are preparing it for transplanting. We'll cut it and plant for future plants. This one is desmodium. Desmodium imeendelea tu kunawiri.
Really backfire.
Indian desmodium. I planted desmodium here, from here up to somewhere there, but I did it during a dry spell. It dried up. But this one survived. About alfalfa, the Luzerne, I also planted Luzerne from somewhere here. You see that part where there's maize? I planted Luzerne there going up. All dried up. What I learned with Luzerne, it needs
A lot of water.
And also I didn't plant it using manure. It needs manure. But I'm not giving up. I'm going to plant alfalfa again as soon as the rain drops. I will do it. So guys, that's the end of this video. If you watch this video up to this point, thank you very much. And continue to watch our videos to learn more tips and hacks in chicken and goat farming, and how you can make it a better venture by reducing the cost of production and increase your profit margin. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the subscribe button so that every time I upload a video, you don't miss any of our updates. Thank you very much. Lots of love. Goodbye. Nyako.